On today's episode of Let's Talk FGO, somebody pick up the phone because we all called it. We're going to talk to you about the new Valentine's event happening in JP, our thoughts about the Valentine's event not quite over in NA, about Bazett hecking finally. I censor myself there because it's only been like 15 seconds. YouTube will still get mad at me. And much, much more. Like sweet, sweet chocolates.
Sweet chocolate.
Hello, I am one of your hosts, Punchy Boy Omega, and with me as always, the Answerer, Lucky. Do you get
everyone?
He answers your questions on Mailbag.
Everyone, I hope you're enjoying Fate Grand Order, aka Chocolate Overdrive. And while we here at Studio Mega like to bring you the latest in FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EA version of the game, so anyone not wanting spoilers should unleash their counterattack.
Spoilers for the show. As usual, I break down new servants so that people who don't speak moon runes and don't necessarily want to look up things can learn more about servants. Normally I do 1 bullet point per new servant. Bazett gets 2 bullet points because I have to explain her noble phantasm. It's a whole thing. Don't worry, we'll get there. But we got a lot of other good show for you to get through today to check in with you. So we hope you enjoy it. Happy early Valentine's Day, everybody. And plenty of fun time to be had. So before we get started, let us go ahead and thank our patrons who are like Valentines, but with money instead of chocolate, which some people would say is better. Not as edible, though. You gotta go through a lot of extra steps there. Anyway, shout out to our patrons, including, but not limited to, Adam DeHarp, Anka Comics, Akazume, Arthur 10, Bakazu G, Carlos Dragon, Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Reject Raptor, Rogue Raman, Charvor, Sean Pryor, some guy named Bob, Simon23, and Baron the Crow. If you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon and get access to episodes early on to goodies, and it really helps us out. And with that, let's go ahead and we got some stuff to talk about. Let's swiftly move on. Swiftly power through the early show to get to the fun bits. And check in with everybody's favorite Kohai.
Senpai! 起きてください.
That's right, everybody. I can now safely say it's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai Rig Second for pro tips. And I have a funny story to relate to y'all. So, some of you may remember, last week in the middle of the show, we stumbled upon a tip from somebody, and we put it in our back pocket. And then we lost our metaphorical pants pockets. Literally, my original version of the note was, I had something for this, what was it? But thanks to the power of detective work and the fact that, obviously, if somebody told us that on live show, they're part of our patron chat live right now, they were able to remind us what it was, and so we remembered, and we found our metaphorical pants. So, if you didn't know, here's a tip. So, defense down only counts up to 100% defense down. Numbers past 100% don't actually do anything. It stops there. I do actually think that attack ups go over that, but def down caps at 100, so if you generate more than 100%, it doesn't count as more. So keep your eyes on the prize there. Do your math. Because that can actually come up. Defense down is very popular.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's it, yeah. There's not too much to wax poetic on that. Just another fun math fact, TM, for FGO.
Yeah, just plan accordingly.
Interesting. In chat, we're getting attack ups either cap at 300% or have no limit. Both of which are equally ludicrous. Though if it is 300%, that does technically mean because the math of defense down works the same as attack up, that would mean 400%, but anyway.
That's a lot of damage!
That's a lot of damage! I would argue inherently attack up is probably better than defense down anyway, because defense down goes away when you kill man, but attack up stays as long as it stays.
Friendship with defense down is ever. Friendship with attack up is eternal.
Well, that's also true. Chungus Orion can do many things some might consider to be unnatural. I'm gonna stop making memes. We're gonna do records for the throne, a regular achievement topic. It's very simple this week. Say smile, protect.
Ditto!
And, protect in the sense that, she makes her own smiles or something. Like, Say's a fucking lunatic. She's crazy.
She's the best lunatic.
Yeah. I don't know what possesses her to do it, but I love how she explains how to say her name in her own Bond lines. She specifically reminds you that it's Sei Shonagon, not like Sei Shonagon. I wonder if that's like a pun or something in Japanese I don't get. And she explicitly calls out, Shonagon is my title. Wait, I've never held that office. Don't ask questions, shut up. It's pretty good. Okay, we'll talk more about some other stuff going on with her later. There is no evil this week. All evil is vanquished in the name of love. So, let's go ahead and talk about... Did you finish your master missions? You probably did. They're very simple this week. You need to obtain 50 of each pinwheels, Tamari, and fans. So 50 of each of the different currency drops. Defeat 15 humanoid enemies, defeat 15 demonic enemies, and defeat 8 servants. Guess what that means, kids? Do the event. No, literally, just do the event. You'll be fine. You may have to stop farming the points known to farm the one up from it, because that's all currencies, but yeah, just do it and you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Thumbs up.
Everything's fine.
Which means that after a swift 6 minutes, we can slide right into those chocolate skelegrams, those sweet sugar skulls, everybody. There's only one major... What was that, Lucky?
I was about to say, those are Salamés, by the way.
Yeah, of course they are. There's only one major bit of news, though there's a little bit of extra fun stuff that came out of this stream, which we did watch with people, because it was at a reasonable hour. But the name of the new JP Valentine's event is Mananan Souvenir Valentine, the Chocolate Tree, and the Goddess Choice. That's a plural goddess, by the way. I know it's hard to say. Or not plural, possessive goddess. It's not goddess. Anyway, it's happening from the 9th until the 23rd, so plenty of time. As far as I can tell, it follows the usual Valentine's format we know. There are time gates on main story, there are point ladders, all that fun stuff. Surprise Choco, lock-on Choco. Now, unlike last year, which I believe had the super lock-on where you were able to pick, like, a male servant and a female servant, or maybe a couple, I don't know how many they passed out, but you could make your own event servants that way, though obviously there are still advanced servants, which our new Mananan Maklir has joined, as well as Angra was stealthily added to the bonus servant list. This gave a lot of people cues it would be Bazett. But you also have access to the buddy rank system. They talk about this on stream. So basically, when you use a servant for an event quest, their buddy points go up based on how close they are to position 1. So the servant in the first position gets the most buddy points, and then down the line. Second gets the second most, etc. Until you go all the way to the poor one in the back. Now, as they gain more buddy points, this increases their buddy rank, which does increase their damage and bond during the event. Let me check what it caps at, because I don't know how well the points translate, but I think the number cap is pretty ludicrous. So let's see, that'll be in the tab for event mechanics. So you start at buddy rank E, which is 0+ points, and you get like 10% damage up and 10% bond up for yourself. And it goes all the way to EX++, of course it does, at around 150,000 points, which is plus 100% damage, plus 100% bond. And technically, I think that level starts at EX, so EX plus and EX++ are just showing off. So yeah, basically, the more you use servants in event quests, the bigger they grow until they actually cap out at literally doubling bond and damage. That's pretty good. I like that, I think. There are also some extra, fun quests, tea break quests they're called, where you can get teapots for more teapot stuff. Really going ham on that, giving you more bond points, y'all. Also, new system. You can spend up to 10 surprise Choco in a row, and while doing so, scenes you've already seen will be skipped, but new ones will play continuously. After attempting to shotgun surprise Chocos before we recorded this episode, I cannot wait for this feature. Because it's a little bit of a clunky process, by default, if you're trying to go through them power-wise. I kind of wish I'd been doing them gradually over time, but I've been doing a lot of multitasking, and I kind of want to actually pay attention to my Valentine scenes, with audio and stuff. But, so it's pretty good. You get to spend up to 10, they give you all the things in sequential, and when you do this, they, like I said, straight up skip stuff you've already seen, so if you're in a rush, you can get to the stuff you really want to see, because I'm sure for some old servants, you guys have probably seen them for, nearly every year the game has been out and you've been playing. You probably remember those pretty okay, especially the short ones. So this works through pretty good, and it seems like it's a very efficient way to get your Chocos spread.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, the big one, the summon banner is SSR Alter Ego Mananan Maklir, aka Bazett, with the usual rotation of all permanent and story-locked female SSRs, and some new CEs. The CEs are dangerous. They showed a couple of them off on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, as far as I can tell, I did Google it. That is how you pronounce that name. We had to try and backwards compatible what Nissan said about it. Or not Nissan, he was away. Unfortunately, don't remember the man who was at the Aniplex representative. He was part of their marketing staff. They had a couple of people on break on the stream, but it is. I don't remember what the Japanese pronunciation was, but according to clips uploaded by actual Irish people, Mananan Maklir, and as far as I can tell, you might need a little bit of that fringe in there, that I like the mach, but I don't know if it's required. So new CEs, it's great. We also, continuing many forms, where Karen got an NP rank up. She now does some extra damage to chaotic enemies, just by default. So, increased multiplier and does 150% damage to chaotic enemies. I guess she wasn't slapping hard enough for a ruler. Seems to be a problem with rulers sometimes. And also to celebrate the, Coach Stream Tensei Quartz. Yay!
Yay!
Also,
Love that.
another fun thing, I haven't checked them out because I've been busy, but I love that they're doing this. On stream, they announced that it was a collab with I think it was with a kitchen supply company? Somebody related to food. But, yeah, the FGO YouTube channel is uploading videos where they actually make certain servant-selected chocolates. Like,
oh, yeah, no, they're so
they show
cool.
you how to make them. Yeah, no, I haven't actually watched the videos, but I've been seeing the thumbnails. They've been rolling them out very frequently over the past few days. And they look pretty neat seeing them translated. I've seen, like, Astolfo's, like, Bunny Choco. They did one of Mash's, I guess technically her second or third one. The one we just got, the Tropicana one. Let me actually just... Because I'm not afraid of overextending the show. Oh my god, it'll be so long. Let me actually crack open their YouTube channel right now and see with my eyes. I'll do research.
Research!
They're here somewhere. There's a lot of PlayStation trailers and stuff in the backlog because lots of things have been being announced. Oh yes, they did the Pyramid Megid chocolates. And they actually did Summer Okita's Jet Choco. So yeah, there's a lot of fun ones in there. They got trailers, they got all that other funny stuff. So you should check it out. It's pretty cool. Obviously, we'll talk about what Bazett as a servant does later, after the mailbag break, as usual. But I did put in my notes here, we may, if we want to, use this opportunity to talk about some of the new Valentine CEs that are rolling out, because that is happening. It's happening. It's doing things. Let's see. Yeah, we've only been going for like 15 minutes. We could probably take the time now.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up the CE list, and let me punch this out so people can check along with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got a strong handful. A lot of them are pretty interesting. I think everybody was really interested in where our Camelot servants would be going.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big anticipation, and people are not disappointed. Morgan's in particular is, kind of crazy.
I hear it's about 13 minutes long.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty long, and it's actually, it's a huge, Camelot thing. I love the line, Her Majesty's maidenliness really shines through. But, it's got a lot of funny, figures in there. I also like the setting of it. It looks like a game table, and there's, like, these little gnome guys with, like, dice and cards and shit.
Like a giant board game.
Yeah. There are, little representatives that are said to resemble, chess pieces, so it's pretty cool. Bargus chocolate is called Bite-Sized Chocolate Mountain. It's so it's really interesting. They say it's a large amount of small chocolates served on a platter. However, they're not actually small. Each chocolate is as large as a meal. If possible, she wants you to eat at least 1/3 of them. So it's just a giant pile of chocolate.
Do your best. Gambare.
I don't know about her scene, but her actual chocolate design for Babanshi is exactly what you'd expect. It is a chocolate steak, which you can use to murder other servants' chocolate. It's got a lot of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fucking crank. But it's got a lot of like art and stuff in it.
Oh yeah. Melusines is adorable. I'm very excited to see that one in a couple years.
Yeah. She does kind of an interesting interplay between a red chocolate and a white chocolate, harkening back to the dragon orb type thing, which some of our other ladies have done. Once again, we get a gun.
A pink pistol, yes.
Yeah, Koyanskaya of Light gives you a gun that is chocolate.
It can shoot chocolate as well.
Yeah. I do appreciate this tiny note at the end of the translation. If it was sold, it would no doubt be popular, but for some reason it isn't placed in the catalog and is an item available only for this occasion. Considering how mercenary she is, that's actually quite nice.
Oh yeah. The Coin of Darkness, I didn't remember, but it looks like lipstick.
Yeah, it's just called NFF Extra. I don't think there is an official there's not an official translation of what we years. I don't think the wiki has one. I'm gonna do what Lucky said he did and just feed it to Google Translate.
The way I do it.
It's presented by an adult woman. not handmade, but brand designed of artists and craftsmen. But it's hot couture. Okay, so it's kind of like it is handmade, but not by her, kind of a thing.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, that's kind of nice. So I guess it is technically a chocolate, even though it looks like a lipstick.
Yeah.
And it comes in a little designer bag.
I wonder if it's one of the effects of Koya's Garden is like, say, look, do you want me to put on this lipstick and kiss you or something?
Maybe. I don't know if anybody's reported if we can die. There is a funny one we should mention. I won't elaborate why for obvious reasons, but you cannot, if you got Oberon through a limited banner and did not actually complete Lost Belt 6, you cannot do his scene. It's the only one of its kind like that, which is pretty interesting. It seems kind of trolly. I also, in terms of absolutely ludicrous fucking chocolate, we have to add Hephaestion.
Oh, really?
Oh, have you not seen this?
Oh, no, not yet.
Behold. For the audio people, well, the people who aren't watching live,
if someone took the fuck... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to yell at,
Yell at Fallout?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Hephaestion gets you 2 life-size chocolate statues of the 2 Iskandars. The big and the small one. So, yeah, I don't know what that scene's gonna be like, but that is definitely in our ludicrousness zone. I've heard that Cinder Ellie's, which is a very adorable little like Halloween scene, it involves a literal council of the Elizabeths. I really want to see the scene for the Brynja Nikic, because she doesn't even get you chocolate. It's a knife. Knife. Which, you know, as you might wonder, I will say, yes, that does usually resemble return gifts we get from males. I wonder if we're going anywhere with this. I don't know.
If it was going to be that way, she would just be on the male's side. They're not afraid of that.
It's true. Summer Canis continues the tradition of regular Canis and does not give you a chocolate, but will give you a return gift. Though I will say, I hope the scene is interesting because I will admit, me personally, I'm a little unimpressed with Summer Canis' return gift.
Oh, really?
In terms of man, woman, or everywhere in between. It is fresh fish, but that doesn't seem that crazy. They don't seem like magical fish. I mean,
I feel like this is one of those things where
so, like I said, I'd want to see the scene myself.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a big Mordred guy. I'm used to disappointment. Okay. Many years in a row, I have received a half-eaten chocolate bar from her back pocket.
I mean, that's kind of in the same vein of Calamity Jane this year. But let me see. Yeah, I haven't really. Like, unfortunately, I've been playing Fallout 4 way more than I should have.
Probably considering how much you get upset at it. But you know, content. There's a lot of fun ones in here. I really wish I knew the context for Christmas Marthas. Its name is Stollen. Is Stollen normally spelled with 2 L's?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Stollen ! And it's some bread with some chocolate chips in it. So I don't know if like the original was lost.
I don't know. It's let's see here. Stollen is basically a festive bread, but I'm trying to remember what's in it exactly.
Well, it looks like there might be some powdered
fruit
sugar.
Bread of nuts, spices, dried candy fruit, coated with powdered sugar or Atzen. Traditional German bread eaten during the Christmas season.
Okay.
So no, I think his Martha was just like, no, Christmas food, go.
Reminds me, as one of the scenes I did power through once again was Santa Alteris, which, yeah, that's still a thing. I've seen people talk about shouting out to summer Charlottes. No, I still like on regular Charlottes.
Regular Charlottes is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll die. Summer Charlotte gives you a fucking actual anatomically correct moving pigeon in white chocolate.
I guess she continued on her super fucking training then. Jesus, girl.
Yeah, it's that magic. Summer Anastasia gets you a chocolate made of ultra hard ice. If you try to lick it, your tongue will get stuck.
Summer Comma. What was Summer Comma's?
It
just looks like something decadent.
Horrible Demon King's chocolate. It's not horrible. I mean, there's a little weird Void Shadow guy in here, but it's just a big, a reddish chocolate with some stuff in it. Oh god, this is a really long description that's not translated yet. Hold on. Google Translate, tell me more.
Google Sensei, tell me the secrets.
Well, it begins with foo-ha-ha, laughter that was too conscious of the Demon King. You'll never escape, something, the ultimate weapon, make a plan in advance, purchase the best materials. Do not give up until midnight completed this horrifying handmade chocolate. So it seems like this is yet another attempt to troll you that horribly backfires.
Yes.
Summer Kama goes out of her way to make you an incredibly super over elaborate chocolate, and then, oh yeah, I think Morgan talked about Morgan Fest in one of her things, or that's somebody else. We'll see if that actually happens. I don't know.
I'd be excited for Morgan Fest.
Habitat gives you, by the way, a chocolate version of her hat.
Oh, that's adorable. I actually did not check hers, honestly. I forgot about that. Listen, I'm not good at keeping in my head who came out this year and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good way to double check. Sorry, I have to share Jacques Demole's, because it's like the detail work on this is so good.
I'm pretty sure some people go all out just on
look at this art. This is like almost photo real.
Oh god, it is. That must be Jacques Normale.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's Jacques. The tragicomedy of the Templar Order. And like, damn, it's just really good. I think Zenobia just gets you some chocolate and some dates. Yeah, pretty typical stuff, normal things. Like I said, Brinya gets you knife. I think that's most people. Oh, there's a couple. Miss Crane gets you a scarf in addition to chocolates. Because of course. Mixes is also very funny. That description is translated. It is a record, which is also chocolate. So a special recording of a limited edition "Do Your Best" song. Everything must be done in order, in which eating is the last step. Period. Please eat everything and destroy the evidence. So yeah, it's a little chocolate record that you should listen to, and then you should eat it so nobody will know. And if you called, by the way, for Galatea, guys, that she gives you a chocolate shaped like herself. Yes, duh. Like honestly, I'm kind of surprised. Bazetts are perfectly normal.
I mean,
yeah. Well, actually, all of them can be weird, but
I don't know. I don't know who's necessarily in the driver's seat in that servant.
Well, they are called Bazenan style sweets, so I'm assuming it was Bazett's idea.
Because Bazett's kind of a down to earth person, very
okay.
solid.
Never mind. The ludicrousness comes in the preparation.
Oh god,
using cooking methods such as roundhouse kicks and Froggerock.
Yes,
repeatedly
no,
beat until the shape of the rice grain disappears.
No, that sounds more like Bazett, actually.
Yes, we cook with punching and kicking.
I have to say, if I remember, like, I only, like, all my Bazett info comes from Prisma, but I remember how punch happy she was in that.
And honestly, there's not that many on the dude's side.
Percival, man, I'm excited for New Roma.
Yeah, that one is, here, I will show the people if the wiki will cooperate. We're not cooperating. Here we go. This motherfucker. I think that's just a whole ass opal.
What is it called?
White Oath. I do appreciate the froggy, clearly Audio picked the gift bag.
Exactly, yes. She knows what she's about.
Yeah. There's obviously, like I said, I don't want to ruin the moment of Oberon's because it is story locked. It's very appropriate though.
Oh, let's see here. Oh shoot, I didn't check Okuni's. If it's not a chocolate puppet, I'm gonna be shook.
It isn't actually. I believe it's called Izumo style pipe chocolate. Let me double check.
Is it for a fucking Kaseru?
I think it's in that shape. I'm scrolling. Where was it? Yep, Izumo pipe chocolate.
Yeah, no, it's Kaseru.
Yep.
Sick.
It's a chocolate that is a pipe.
Kaseru's a rad. I'd love to smoke from Kaseru. Oh. Actually, let me get closer to my mic. I don't know how actually loud I am.
You seem fine.
Alright.
But you never know how the post-processing will go. Nobody else really... Well, I should probably see if we got a description for Mori Ranmaru's, because hers looks pretty. Because I like how in the miniature it seems like one thing, and then you blow up the image and you're like, wait a second. Oh, also, wow, this one also has a lot of really high detail. So the preview image is just the lower half, so you think it's just like one, and then you open it up, and then you see the full CE, and there's just a fucking box there.
Where do servants keep getting their own brand name goods?
We have shops and things. Also, Mori is from the Servant universe, so I'm sure you can get that shit ordered on AmazonS.com.
Probably.
Looking forward to his delicious chocolate with the Ranmaru sticker inside. Oh my god, they're collectible!
Oh no, some people are gonna have some,
If you are the master of Ranmaru, you have to collect Ranmaru Z in a white tight suit, Ranmaru V in absolute victory, Great Ranmaru G in final battle specification, etc. Lord.
I mean,
By
that's
the way,
how they
after
get you.
eating the chocolate, open the next bag. Yeah. That's great. It's fully merchandised. So yeah, there's a lot of really good ones, a lot of really fun ones going on. As always, this is just us just looking at the designs. We'll see the scenes when we see them. If we see them, of course, because, they require other stuff. I will say, as usual, Da Vinci keeps her great skill at being incredibly elaborate. She builds you a little diorama cake with a little shovel spoon. It almost looks too adorable to eat. I'm kind of glad that some of the welfares get still get some of the really spicy chocolate designs, right? Because
right,
they're free.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff here. But yeah, I think that's everything about the new Valentine's CEs, and also remember to check out those videos. Let me just fluff that out to around 30 minutes. That seems like a good time.
Yeah.
Shoot, that actually
All right, then. With that, I will put down my
have mailbag pulled up. Let me go do that.
The what?
Said I don't have mailbag pulled up, so let me go do that.
Well, I got it, and I'm just gonna get immediately to it. I will be kind, and I'll give this a ye old refresh. Nope, it's still only 14. Okay.
Interesting.
Getting a little low here. That's fine. Ooh, excuse me. I yawned.
Bazett's in the thumbnail, and I'm gonna yell about her in the title, so
we'll see. So, it is time for this week's Let's Talk FGO Mailbag, the segment where we read what you have to see and comment accordingly. There are only 14 in this. I remember the days when we used to get 30, and we have to put a time limit on this. I am slightly sad.
You'll be slacking.
No, Meg, it's just that we're not as interesting. I cry.
No. We must challenge the audience. Call to action. Y'all be slacking. Give us more mail.
I don't know. A call to action might, be just to go away.
No, they don't want to go away. If they did, they would have already done that.
And that's why we have 14.
Several subs that have gone. Anyway, it's fine. We definitely get more views than we do mailbags.
Maybe I just... This person maybe just answered all their questions. Yes. We have dispensed wisdom, and now they are satisfied and enlightened, and are on their way to Nirvana. Gotcha, Nirvana. Where you may pool all day long and not cost anything, but also in return, you get nothing. It is balance and suffering. So, with that, though, let us begin.
What is the sound of one hand gotcha?
I'm pretty sure there's a Zencone about that somewhere.
There's a Zencone about everything.
But this first one comes from Master Farming Eggs. They say, hey, Lucky Omega, hope your farming is going well. Question. What servant would you like to see get the Gil or Skahawk treatment where they get several multiple rate-ups throughout the year? Thanks for the great content, and happy Valentine's Day. Well, thank you. Happy Valentine's to you, too. Hope you got some chocolate. This reminds me, I need to make chocolate. But servants on rate-up that I want constantly? Oh, I don't... So here's the thing, it would change literally depending on what, MP level, one of my personal servants, it's like, man, I really wish I can get more Summer Tamamo rate-ups, but when was the last time she had a rate-up? I don't fucking know.
Meanwhile, I would be fine without any further of those rate-ups for reasons. Yeah, no, it's an interesting question, but I don't really... in general, my opinion is just, I would like people who haven't gotten a rate-up in a while to get a rate-up, I felt like a second, say, rate-up was coming, and they did do it, though they did it spread out overall, because, it had been, a couple of years, so, Arjuna Alter, I think, needs rate-ups, period. But, yeah, just in general, I would like them to figure out more ways to just be consistent and get servants who, haven't had rate-ups to have them. So, banners would be nice. I think the Arjuna Alter meme is, a big one. So, maybe that get out there. I don't really care if one of the most primo servants in the game is available multiple times during the year. That would be kind of neat, actually. And Gil and Skahawk are both pretty good. I do feel like Ivan actually does get a fair amount of rate-ups. He's not every year you can guess that, he'll get one, but there's some more out there. I don't know, there's just so many servants and so many, weird ideas that... sorry, I might not have the best perspective on this.
No, unfortunately, like I said, I'm someone who, when I want a servant, usually, I just whip out the wallet and I spend until I get what I want, which is usually just one copy. And once I usually have one copy, I don't have a necessarily big burn to roll anymore for that servant. Once I get one, I'm happy. The only exceptions to this being Sakura faces and Tamamo faces. So... all my answers would just be more of them, but here's the thing. If I get them all at NP5, then what? What do I do then? Then I'm just
Yeah.
So...
It's a curious question, but...
A curious question.
Not one I have a super great answer for, I think.
I'm being murdered by these super mutants because they are very, very tough. and my gun is very, very weak, but this game has no idea how to balance fucking weapons versus enemies. Because it's dumb. And with that, we're going to move on to the next one.
If you guys want to hear Lucky mutter more under his breath about Fallout 4, please watch What's Up.
I'm going to be playing it, and you're going to hear me muttering a lot.
Also, please watch What's Up in general.
So this next one...
Please watch us stream Uncharted 4. That stream did not do super great, and I am bamboozled. Please. Maybe it'll build up momentum. Sometimes they do. Next question, yes.
Next question. So, the next one comes from a master conflicted on whether to feel like a zoomer or a boomer when talking to Say. Hey, look at Mega, happy Valentine's Day. In the spirit of showing affection to others, my question this week is this. Do you think that Morgan had a better relationship with Arthur than Artoria? From the bits of research I've been doing in my spare time, it seems like Morgan's greatest adversary in combat was actually Guinevere. Or Guinevere, excuse me. And I'd like to believe she is able to actually reconcile at least one version of her half-sibling. Stay awesome and enjoy all the chocolates. I mean...
Does Arthur have a dialogue for Morgan? Like, the Lost Belt version of Morgan has her own business going on.
Yeah.
In her profile, it's explicitly mentioned that she's a lot more, like, mellow and distant because she's, like, done it all, seen it all, as opposed to how she is normally, which is, you know, the kind of villainess you would expect. But I don't know. There's allegedly a lot of tension with Guinevere and Morgan, but, also I would like to point out, Morgan is in an interesting place in terms of the mythology because remember King Arthur sometimes has like a lot of sisters actually, and or Morgan Le Fay is a different character from Morgause. FGO goes with the version that some other texts have done where all Morgans are cludged together into one singular Morgan, but I do not actually know if like she would get along any better with Arthur. It might be novel because at least originally I believe the Lost Belt version is from the same world that would have produced an Artoria as opposed to Arthur, so it might be weird, but I don't actually like know if it would shake out. I don't actually think that because of all of our stuff that Artoria and Morgan are like super antagonistic in Chaldea. I have not extensively studied everybody's dialogue, but you know, like I said, there's some room for growth there. Now, we got a Guinevere server. That's when everybody explodes.
I don't actually have a anyways. Yeah. I don't have an input either way or not because I don't know her character that well, unfortunately. I'd have to see it.
We're waiting.
We are waiting.
We must wait only one humble year and a half-ish.
Yeah. So, this next one comes from Cahulian Guide, who says, we know that Gudao/Gudiko has their stalker trio of Serenity, Kiyohime, and Raiko, to name a few, but who would you consider to be the admirers/stalkers of MASH? Also, as a bonus question to you, do you think there are any servants that have any specific feelings just Gudiko?
I mean, the general nature of the writing is not that way. It really doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
As a person who's done Valentine scenes as both genders, because like I said, I switch back and forth to see the different dialogue, because they do actually do some different stuff sometimes. It usually really doesn't matter. I think for MASH specifically, I mean, not a lot of other characters seem...
I mean, Lancelot and Bartholomew off the top of my head.
Yes. Lancelot, obviously, for, you know, dad things. And Bart, because bangs.
Bangs.
Fionn made some cracks in the past, but actual, like, Chaldea Fionn, it normally is just minding his own business.
Being the Knight of Coolness. Being McCool. I will never get over that. I will never get over that. Yeah. But, other than that, though, for MASH, no, I can't think of any.
You know, there's probably some servants out there who wish MASH would, you know, step off their grill a little, but...
Let's see here.
Sorry, we're a little energy today, guys.
We are a little... I'm sorry. It's like, I worked very hard today. I did much work, so I'm a little tired. I was gonna,
my sleep schedule's just been absolutely fuckle these past few days, bouncing back and forth between a couple of different projects and stuff.
Okay, guys, I literally gave you a gun. Why are you punching raiders? Where are your guns?
Did you give them bullet?
I better not have to actually give... No, because they say that, no, they just have to have the gun. They don't actually need ammo. Oh my god, he just picked him up and threw him in the fucking river! Jesus!
That guy
Bye!
It's technically an improvement over certain ways giving specific weapons to your companions worked.
I have to check again. Or did they unequip them randomly? You motherfuckers.
I don't know how.
I don't know. Anyway, moving on. This next one comes from a notorious Stan who is back in QP hell from leveling Nagiko, sans skill. Greetings, Lucky and Omega. I hope you both are doing well. I am sending you the good vibes. Wah, 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 wah. I was thinking of doing a Zoids Fusor reference, but I will skip it. Thank you. I do like Zoids. Fun fact, Zoids is actually older than I am. It's wild.
Still would have absolutely missed me.
I know a little bit about Zoids, but yeah. Have a great rest of your weekend. I am excited about getting Bazett in 2 years. I love their epic fights from, let me click read more because I'm dumb. Fake Kelly, Liner, Prisma, Ilya.
Alright, calm down, chat.
No, they're not gonna calm down.
Just the
all
word
of you are
Zoids came out.
I say this fondly, but all of you are a bunch of grown children.
You just say Zoids, and it's like the fucking seagulls from Finding Nemo. Zoids? Zoids? Zoids?
And it's like everyone here is either like super into freaking Gundam, Tokusatsu, Zoids. Well, I wouldn't say everyone, but we have a fair breadth of people.
Yes, shockingly, our niche hobby community collects niche hobby people. Though, if you work in a cube and wear a suit to work every day, and you don't like spend all your paycheck buying Figma, and you just chill, I don't know, if you buy like cigars and port or whatever with your money instead, let us know. I don't know. I mean, we're both obscure hobby otaku people. I don't know what else you do with your money. What hobbies do you have? Yeah, hey, if you're a crypto bro, let us know. Just don't say you mine your own crypto, then we're gonna come steal your GPUs.
I wouldn't steal them because I hear what happens to fucking crypto GPUs is horrid. But I will set them on fire. You as well, possibly. Fire does not discriminate. Fire is the great equalizer. It will turn everything to atoms. But enough of that. Let us. Yes. Let us move on. So this next one comes from, this time, I did actually hit skip on Summer BB's Valentine, but then the Earth got blown up with spacious stars. I don't know if the Earth got blown up, but you definitely did.
you do get blasted into unknown space. Speaking of return to atoms.
Question. Of the Valentines you received in game, which one would you actually like to eat / drink in real life? Real talk?
Most of them.
I mean, most of them. If I have to pop it out, I would actually like Summer Tamamos, the chocolate summer cocktail. That actually looks really good to me. I do like. I'm not a big chocolate eater, except like there's only like very few chocolates that I'll just actually eat. But I love chocolate drinks. I mean, if like Tamamo drugged me off so she could go have her way with me later, it's like consensual non-consent. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, I'm just scrolling down the list, and it's like, yeah, no, most of these are good. They're just, they're sweets of various shapes and sizes. I admit, I'm always been a little concerned about what happened with Carmilla's chocolate. That it's, the blood ruby chocolate. It's like red. Is it a candy shell? That's okay. I will not consume Kiyohime ribbons. That sounds like a bad time.
Don't eat Kiyohime's summer Kiyohime's either. It's spiked with a love potion.
Mm-hmm. But like. I have a very strong sweet tooth, so most of these are pretty good. Okay.
Man.
I was about to say, are Ishtar's chocolates actually gems? No, they just have very realistic wrappers. No, wait, be careful. Some of them might be some real gems might be mixed in there. Okay, so I got to watch out for my poor teeth, which have been through a lot. But like honestly, I'm just scrolling down the list and I just see chocolate. Like I said, I have a bit of a sweet tooth. I'd try most of these. Some of them seem a little dangerous to eat.
Oh, danger.
Also, as we've discussed, some of them are impractical to eat all in one sitting.
Some of them I feel like are just too beautiful to eat.
Yeah. There's a couple that are too elaborate. I wouldn't want to fuck it up, right?
Like I'm pretty sure the Master's Instagram is fucking exploding around Valentine's. He'd be like, "Hey, check out what my girl made me." And just boom, it's like people are like, "Shit."
Yeah. But no, like most of them are okay. The ones that are literal statues that are life size, that's just like, okay, one, this is a statue, and two, it's also huge. So I will not. No, Summer Nira, I would not eat this giant statue of you. No, Parvati, I do not think I will eat the entire chocolate bowl all at once. Perhaps we shall carve the bull and have a roast of chocolate amongst our friends. But like most of them are pretty nice. Pretty normal. It's mostly the ones that involve gems where I'm like, and for Summer BB's chocolate, I'm pretty sure you don't eat that chocolate you are the chocolate and are eaten.
I did hit skip this year as well. I was like, nope, now is the time for running.
There are a lot of prepackaged snacks. Like there's a lot of Pocky and a lot of other sweets like that. I'll do those. I like Pocky.
I mean, those are probably safe.
I'm kind of curious what flavor the Goddess of Love's chocolates are. You know, they're Pocky sticks with like little candies on them. Maybe they're like candied lotus flavor. That's what Nezha gets you. But yeah, no, most of this is just it's perfectly normal.
Mm-hmm. But let's see here.
I would absolutely listen. I like chocolate eggs. I would say made so many I would not be able to eat them all.
I think she said she made like 50. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of them. Even if they're thin shell, that's a lot.
I can't handle that much chocolate.
I would also say there's a couple, like, both now and in our future that would not be worth eating in one sitting. For instance, Summer Brin's is called Valkyrie's Wedding. It's a whole-ass 4-tiered cake. Like,
that's a lot of cake.
Listen, I love sweets. I can't eat a whole-ass wedding cake of 4 tiers by myself in one sitting. No, that would be, like, slowly, over time. But yeah, I think we've answered that one pretty thoroughly. Most of them are pretty good. Some of them are a little too crazy to eat.
So, this next one comes from... Moon is probably enjoying her birthday money by the time y'all read this. Well, I hope you are. Question, hey there, Omega and Lucky. Hope all is well. Are there any fond, funny birthday memories you guys have? I mean, I remember when I turned 21, I went to the strip club, drank a beer, got a lap dance. I'm all like, this is bullshit. I'm never coming here again.
That sounds about right. Yeah, no, mine are mostly pretty chill. My family has never been like big on like blow up birthdays or anything. I mostly just like time to myself. We just go out for movies regularly, you know, order in food because I don't eat a lot of fast food. So yeah, it's just, you know, get a little treat, watch a little film, go about your business. Everything's fine. Get a slice of cheesecake. You can take that one out of context. It works both ways.
No, most of the time I usually spend my birthday at home. Like nowadays, I spend my birthday at home. I don't do much usually. Like my mom would like, well, load up on a bunch of stuff, but like she'll be like 2 months, like, hey, what do you want for your birthday? I'm all like, you don't have to get me anything. And she's like, no, I want to get you something. I'll be like, fine. And then I'll like give her like a Amazon shopping list full of video games and light novels because that's all I really want nowadays.
Yep,
that's how I live. Be true to yourself.
For me, I've discussed this with my parents these days. Passes me some Amazon gift cards, and I'm just like, all right, time to buy me a little something for myself.
Yeah, my mom's been doing that recently more often too. But let me see here. Oh,
I probably moved it around.
Did I do anything weird when I was a hoe, as my mom likes to put it? I don't think so. No, I can't remember. So, unfortunately, I don't got anything. So we're gonna move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from he who is crunching more numbers trying to calculate and maximize SQ gains for banners in the next 2 years than he has ever for any math class.
And that is why math classes suck. They don't teach you anything practical.
No. Actually, you animal, where's your gun? Hang on 1 second.
Where's your gun?
Yeah, you have your gun. Keep it in your fucking hand. Oh, I know what happens. They unequip it to do fucking yard work, and then they don't re-equip it because they're idiots.
Also because this is a game made by Bethesda. It's a bug, not a feature. It's a feature, not a bug. Duh.
How do people get so upset like fucking Cyberpunk, and then this game is fucking 6 years old and still has game-breaking bronze and almost unusable features?
Oh yeah, no. I complained about that back when Cyberpunk came out. I was like, y'all, I've played Fallout 3 and I've played Skyrim. Skyrim is on everything. You can get Skyrim on fucking refrigerators and toasters. And it is still buggy as hell. And y'all out here picking on Cyberpunk for a bad launch?
Like, literally, I opened up this game. Like I said, this is the PS5, very nice version, because this one came out, 2014, 2016?
That's a great fucking gif of time. It just works. Sure.
And I got a fucking game-breaking bug where I literally could not start the fucking game because it just froze immediately.
Yep, that's Bethesda.
And I'm just like, this is my entire experience right
Bethesda,
now.
ZeniMax type stuff.
Yeah.
I have a lot of that experience with like Arcane or id games.
Oh, like Prey was fucking amazing.
By the way, on slightly more FGO related news, I have started doing random ascensions for Say, and I am enjoying it.
Yay! Oh, you actually got Legends? Oh shit, that reminds me. I actually need to watch the fucking Direct. I hear everyone yelling about it, but I was like,
oh yeah, you should watch the Direct. I don't have Legends yet. I don't think I'll. Would I stream it? I don't know. I'm considering getting it. My backlog is so bad, and it's getting worse all the time. Thanks, Nintendo. I want to get to it because a lot of people are enjoying it, but like time and space.
Yes, Bethesda, we don't have to fix it ourselves because you guys will do it for free.
Yeah, yeah, PC Master Race. Why fix games? The fan community will fix it for you. There was yes, you totally before What's Up Tomorrow, you totally should at least skim that direct. It's fucking crazy.
No, I've heard some things. Like, I heard about, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Triangle Strategy, the fucking, what was it, Chrono Cross remake?
Yeah.
Okay,
Lucky, I want to say this. It starts with them announcing Fire Emblem Warriors, the Three Houses version.
Again, I've complained about my Three Houses problem.
Well, yeah, but remember, this is the Age of Calamity of Three Houses, though. I think.
Ooh, that's true.
Because we're doing Warriors. It's a different timeline. Like all the characters have different. The lords at least have different designs. So it seems like we're doing some different time stuff.
Will this be I don't know if this gives me finally gives me my golden fucking ending? I'll fucking buy it and play it.
It might. It does kind of seem like some of the kids are working together. It's just we'll see what happens. We'll need to see more. I'm still interested because they gave my girl a little baby crown, big old boots.
No. I saw you posting that design. I'm like, this is good.
Yeah,
and I'm like, honestly, if they gave me a whole new game with the golden ending, I'm not gonna be that upset because I still remember the fucking previous series where you had to buy 2 games, then buy a 3rd game.
Yeah. So
I have just
but that was where they started, and then they end on Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and there's like 40 minutes of direct in there in the middle. It's is crazy. They're making a Switch version. They're bringing back Wii Sports, Lucky, but it's Switch Sports.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I got Wii Fit. It kills me. So I was kind of expecting that at some point. Anyway, but we are in the Fav Zone. I gotta save some of that. Yeah, we gotta save some of that for tomorrow. My bad. But this person says, "Hello, Lucky and Meg. I hope all is well for you guys, and if not, I hope it gets better. Between Castor, Muramasa, and the Servant of the summer season of 2023, and now Bazett, I might finally break all 13 seals on Wallachun. Despite that, I am happy that she's finally here and has interesting potential to beat bosses in less turns than they have break bars. A little record from the throne. I managed to get Drake while trying to roll for Talamo, who also has to split up with Sei, How, and then actually Talamo and 4 more singles later that day. Besides that, I got no actual question for this week. See you guys next week. Good luck with all your role plans, and I'll be trading good vibes to everyone. Peace."
The Valentine's banner is weird.
Actually, right now, I am slightly flummoxed because I keep looking at the banner because I'm like, I want to max limit break the 5-star CE. And I was able to get 1 more on tickets, but I was just like, I am now drowning in rats. Thanks, water. You're supposed to give me life, not death. But I'm like, I could try some YOLOs to get it, but I don't know. It's a comma CE, so I have a strong kinship. I have a strong desire to monopolize it.
Hey, at least you know that it'll come back.
I know it'll come back, but it's one of those things of, do I try now or do I try later? It's very hard. And this is why people, actually will sit down and do all their calculations for sync courts and whatnot, because they're like, all right, how much do I have to spend? I don't do that because I know for a fact, no matter how much I have, it's not going to be a fucking enough, and I have to pull out the wallet anyway, because the only fucking way I get things. So saving is useless to me. Only Souls Fire. Every time I pull out my fucking wallet, it's a fucking anime. It's the finale of an anime season. We're going to fucking space. My credit limit, that is.
The OP playing is your ringtone as your bank calls you. Sir, are you sure these are all your purchases? Yes! The purchases are mine!
You cannot defeat me! Gotcha!
Authorize the purchase! But sir, your credit limit is authorized!
Actually, honestly, I'm pretty sure my credit limit keeps going up because I keep buying fucking things and paying it off. Listen, when I got my credit card, it literally had a $2,000 credit limit. Now it's like $12,500.
This guy keeps paying off his bills. It's like he has good credit or something.
It's okay. Like, when I got kicked out of the military, I actually had a bunch of things like default. Like, I had a card that I wrecked that I just said, fuck you, and ran away. And I just defaulted on the thing, so they can't actually force me to collect on the debt anymore. But, it tanked my credit limit for, a long time. Lucky has done many, many dumb things, especially when it was in the military, because that seems a place where people who like to do very dumb things like to go.
Also, I've heard from a lot of veterans that the military does not necessarily do anything to de-stupidify you.
No, it does not. Listen,
they technically have accountants and things to help you with not blowing all your paycheck on a new car or whatever, but they don't really
advertise that. They say, we have resources for you available for you. What kind of resources? We have resources available for you.
Yeah, where the more socially conscious way to do that might be to like actually, instead of making them go sit at parade rest for something, to actually put them in front of an account and be like, hey, you've never been paid in your life. Here's your government paycheck. Do not immediately blow this on booze, cigarettes, and strippers, please. You will get in trouble, and also you will be broke. But no, they don't really talk you through that, as far as I understand.
No, they really don't. Well, actually, I take that back. The one thing that they said to me, I remember this when I was in when I went to Norfolk, Virginia, because that's where I was stationed, is they did say, be careful of any businesses right outside the base. They are literally designed to predate on young, stupid kids with way too much money. But that was about it.
The warning of the camp followers. Hey, when you leave the base, you go outside. Those people know you're leaving the base. They're gonna try and get you. Don't fall for it.
Like, you go outside base and you just see shady-ass women, like some... Well, I take that back. There was one thing that I always super appreciate. The fucking roach coaches. All basically every morning they would just roll up en masse and they literally had the fucking best fucking breakfast burritos I have ever had in my goddamn life. I will never be able to replicate the taste of a fucking Norfolk Roach Coach breakfast burrito in my life, and I slightly die from this. Man, I could talk about the military at length. One day, someone remind me one day and I will, but this is not the time for that. It is the time to move swiftly on. This next one comes from King of Apples, who is disturbingly not repulsed by gyaru. I will tell, if you're talking about what you think Sei Shanagon is, I will be remiss not to say, technically she's not a gyaru. Gyaru is a subculture that kind of faded back in what was it, like late 80s, 90s? That was like the blonde hair, the super tan skin, super loose socks, ridiculous face makeup and whatnot. What we have nowadays, like, I don't even know if it actually has a specific name. I'm not that super great at it.
Yeah.
But it's a very more subdued version of it. Usually you still have, wild fucking hairstyles and, like maybe some tanning and stuff. But
it peaked in like the early millennium. Yeah. Well, gyaru is just gal. Like that's the corruption of the word. But there's a little, a lot of the styles I think have switched up. Let's see.
Because it was like, because the first big one I always remember is the ganguro one.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's when people are talking about that kind of stuff, that's probably what they're thinking of. They're like, manba, ganguro, etc. Mm-hmm. Like the very intense, very tan, very, very heavy makeup, the multicolored hair stuff, as opposed to like the more relaxed versions, which is just like he said, the slight tanning, the dyeing the hair blonde, the big poofy socks and skirts. A lot of stuff out there.
Do they just call it gal now? I don't know.
They might just have gotten in there.
Like, I don't remember, because I know there's a term for it, and I don't want to say it's gyaru, because I'm pretty sure that went out of date. It was like ganguro, then gyaru, then something else. But I could be wrong. I haven't checked. I don't
think that gyaru fashion is, like, dead for sure, but it's definitely, like, it peaked, right? Yeah, I'm looking at that article now. I'm trying to find it. They don't really... This isn't really in timeline fashion. It's just in general fashion. Sorry. I just saw, it's so funny to think about this, but it makes perfect sense. Apparently there was a version of subculture for Rastafarian gyars, which didn't include gratuitous pot leaves, which is probably a much more daring subculture in Japan.
Okay, they say it was its peak back then. Okay, so it's still a thing.
Yeah, it still exists, but I think it's like the different subcultures have developed and like rolled down. But there are pictures from like the previous decade in here.
Okay, so no, I was probably thinking more of the ganguro style, which definitely faded. Yeah. So no, okay, so I was actually slightly mistaken, slightly.
I mean, I still don't see any super recent pictures. I mean, they got one from 2016, but that's like one of the very enhanced ones. Oh, sick. Why don't you have any pictures of this one? Wikipedia. Ane gyaru. Gyaru plus Yankee style. Anyway, fashion subcultures are fascinating.
Yeah, unfortunately, I thought I knew what I was talking about, but I seemed I was slightly amiss and to the left.
I mean, it's still a good point to bring up because
it looks like Kogaru might be
Yeah.
Might be the one I was thinking about.
Because it's still, there've been a lot of iterations on the style, and like it's gone through a lot of drifting through the Yeah, it's almost used interchangeably with Kogal. Kogal. I don't remember my pronunciations. Which is that's the one a lot of people probably think of these days, Kogal, because it's like the like loose delinquenty schoolgirl type, but not like classic delinquent schoolgirls. More like the modern things. But we have it's straight up on Wikipedia. It points to my first girlfriend is a gal, and also definitely has direct links to what people in the United States might know as preppy or preps. Dirty preps.
See also hentai. Hey, Zettai Ryoki. Hey.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Marin is a gal.
Yeah, Maru's a gal. She's totally a gal.
I mean, it's a coin flip in anime because they love to give characters more diverse hair colors to like diversify their character designs. But if you're in a fairly realistic setting, if you see a chick with blonde hair who's into looking fashionable, that's probably a gal subculture.
Oh yeah, no, like she wears a bunch of accessories. She has her ears pierced. Nails are usually done. Usually wears her uniform in weird and unique ways.
Yeah, that's.
Have you heard her speak?
It's my understanding.
She has that. She is that high power. JK. I am dying of rads again because I fell off the bridge. Good job, me.
Tired of these fucking rads in this fucking water.
But
where are we in? I don't think we've gotten to the question.
Have we gotten
aliens? We're doing that a lot.
Anyway,
well, you're playing Fallout, so you've got 2 lines, no waiting. But yeah.
Yes.
No, I do not believe we got to this person's question.
Question: if you could choose a servant in an FGO or otherwise to be a beast, who would you choose and why? P.S. You can't choose Nero; she's already taken.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm surly in my old man age, but I just want to be like, well, I picked Nero anyway. Then fight me.
I'll pick Tamamo and Altera then, because remember, Koei Skya technically is not Tamamo; she's just a Tamamo face, and Tamamo has always been a beast candidate. So there.
Let's go, golden furred white faced fox. Give me Amaterasu and a naked apron.
Yes.
You cannot defeat me, nerds.
So, with that, let us move on. The next one comes from the guy whose liver is starting to turn around for the better. Greetings, Lucky and Meg. I just want to wish you guys well and have a fluffy day. Yes, very fluffy. Floof. But unfortunately, we're going to move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from he who contemplates buying a Switch for Pokemon Legends of Arceus.
Hey, people say it's good.
Get it? Buy it. I still refuse to get into Pokemon. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have enough time for the shit I have going on now. Fuck you, Fallout. I'm playing you out of spite, and I really shouldn't. But they say, hey, veteran Lucky and Ace Trainer Omega, how goes the Valentine's Day event? Hopefully cutscenes melt your heart like global warming melts the ice caps. There's a read more here. Aha, this time they do have several line breaks. My question to you two is this. If your fave waifus or husbandos were Pikmin trainers, which Pokemon do you think they bring along with them? Azu Musashi. What is with your fucking...
I don't know. Perhaps they were attempting to post... I know it's, like, controversial on Twitch. Does YouTube, like, edit out your comments if you say simp?
Does it?
I'm pretty sure they don't demonetize you, as I have listened to Trash Taste occasionally, and they have sometimes used the word simp.
Azu Musashi simp. I imagine she have a mega... Why is mega in fucking parentheses? I don't know how to pronounce this, by the way, because I'm completely out of touch with Pokemon. I'm gonna say Gallade, because, double swords and possibly Aegis Slash. I do know that one. The former being a powerhouse, while the latter being more of a tactical pick, maybe one of the Swords of Justice Pokemon like Virazion, and possibly Bisharp as well. Pokemon names are fucking stupid.
Puns. I
know what a Mega Form is, but why does this person put it in fucking parentheses?
Yeah, I don't think you usually do that. I think you just usually say Mega Gallade. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste nearly as much brain power as you clearly did. They would have the ones that are swords. Because I also have the ones that are swords.
Tamamo would have Ninetales. Done.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Easy peasy, beautiful fox.
Would she have the Alolan one that's ice instead of fire?
Nah, she probably have them both.
It's true. Can we get a third one that's also curse? Guys, you don't understand. You don't understand until the remake comes out. Tamamo's fucking bullshit. She has so many different elemental attacks. It's crazy pants.
Best of luck to you on your roles, and may the odds ever be in your favor. P.S. Whatever happened to the young adult dystopian movies that were all the craze after Hunger Games? There was actually several.
The actual dystopian future.
I mean, there were several of them. There was like Divergent, fucking Maze Runner. I'm pretty sure there was a couple more of them. I just can't think of off the top of my head.
I mean, it wasn't really young adult, but arguably Snowpiercer. That was a like dystopian future property. There was a handful. They became passé. We entered the actual dystopian future, and suddenly it wasn't as cool. It's why you probably won't see any pandemic zombie movies for a while, except really, really shitty B-movie ones, because people are probably not going to be comfortable with that one for a little bit.
Don't bug me none. I'm also incredibly blasé about the death and life of human beings, but that's just me.
I mean, I'm blasé about zombie movies anyway. But I do not suspect that marketing will be like, that's perfect good.
Probably not. So, with that, we shall move on. This next one comes from the Blue Eyes Tyrant, now looking for a diffusion. Wait, there's a sexy Fox Miku coming soon? Never mind. Is there a sexy Fox Miku coming to Yu-Gi-Oh! Soon?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm sleepy. My brain. Oh, it's a Genshin reference.
Ah. Well, they're not sucking me back!
I mean, my first thought is to do that fucking Office Me about corporate, right? And just say, identify the difference between these two pictures, and one of them's this and one of them's Tomo. Because, like, I guess Tomo has a lot more of a blue color palette.
Well, yeah, I mean, their palette is literally inverted.
But they're both pink-haired foxes. Is this like another one of those like meta references I don't understand? Because I wasn't brought up in the culture. I will say these are much more like actual Miko robes, except the fact that she's not wearing hakamas and doesn't appear to be wearing pants of any kind, actually.
This is what we like to call Schrodinger's underwear.
Sorry. I just this image is quite cursed, but also very funny.
So, with that, though...
I mean, it's got to be... Unfortunately, it has to be the Tomo one, because she's got very long socks.
Also, I don't see no big fluffy tails. Listen, I'm all about that mofu, motherfuckers.
Go ahead and clip that.
Anyway, this person... Anyway, this person goes on. Question. Hey, Lucky Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, and On Eyes Rebellion. That looks very dangerous.
I mean, I like the extra electro effects on, like, the outline of this, fox. That's cool. I'm not going to play Genshin again. I don't have time for it.
I don't have time for it.
I literally don't have time.
Hey, Lucky Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, and Odd Eyes Rebellion, Omega, with Super Bowl season here, showing all the different trailers for upcoming movies this year. What has gotten you the most hooped? Mine was Jurassic Park Dominion, and a little bit for the Buzz Lightyear movie. Anyway, take care and have a nice evening. Me, personally, I am slightly excited for the Uncharted movie. I do kind of want to see it. And I am actually genuinely excited for the Buzz Lightyear movie. It looks really, really good. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, what is this? And then, I realized, because of Buzz's fucking shit, and I was like, oh!
Yeah, I'll probably be interested to see where they go with that, because I remember the cartoon as a kid.
Oh, yeah,
very strongly. By the way, not available on distribution or Disney Plus. It was, like, limited in, like, VHS and a couple DVD releases. Disney, come on.
It was like
premium streaming show.
Starfleet Command. It was such a great show. I loved it.
Disney Plus, come on. You got it. You've already got my money, because you're going to put out Kenobi in May, but spice it up a little for me, okay? You put Halloween Town on there, that's all right. That's all I wanted at Disney Plus, I think, is Disney Channel original movies and old cartoons that you can't get anymore. And Star Wars, obviously. There's probably Zerg in the trailer. I don't remember. It was a long time since the trailer. I haven't seen the trailer for Jurassic World, and I don't think I'm going to be very excited. Those movies are weird. I don't know. If they go balls to the wall, I guess it's an okay spectacle, but it's a little... As actually, honestly, kind of a big fan of the original Crichton books, the movies are weird. But I'm a huge nerd, so...
I don't have any stones to throw on classic novels and its adaptations. So, with that, though, let us move swiftly on.
Only 3 left.
Mm-hmm. So this next one comes from The Abandoned Warehouse, who says, hello, dear Lucky Omega, how was your Valentine's sparkling events? Be careful with the overconsumption of chocolate. Question, if we got a free 4-star ticket right now, what would be your top choice? Mine would be Carmilla. I accidentally burned my one copy of her when I started playing. Oof. Arrivederci. P.S. So much sparkling. So much glitter. Everywhere. Yeah, no, it's like fucking... I don't even know what to say.
Glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb.
It's like a bomb of glitter. Say Shonen would employ a glitter bomb unironically. Not even to stop a burglar, just for funs.
One day I'm just gonna see her in some fucking multicolor camera, and I'm just gonna hear her scream glitter out, and I'm gonna be utterly terrified for my life.
It's like yelling pocket sand, but pocket glitter. As for 4-star tick, gosh, I'm missing in my 4-star.
I don't think I'm missing any fucking 4-stars. I think I literally have them all now.
They gave us story locks last time, so I think I still need to go away because I got Tristan. So that would probably be good to clean up my my lineup of Knights of the Round. I think that's everybody I'm super concerned about. currently. Since you asked for right now, ask me in a year or two. I've got better answers because there's some primo 4-stars coming out. But until then, I think like the only thing that I'm majorly missing might be Gawain.
I'm trying to think, honestly. For me, I do believe I have all SRs now, so it'd be whose NP level I would want to get up. Oh, shoot. Sorry, Lucky is doing just trying to do a big think here. Because my Pravani is NP5. Oh, I know. I'd probably pick Passionate though, because I believe she's only NP2, and I need more. I need more Sakura 5 NP levels. That's who I pick.
Fair enough, Captain.
So with that, let's move on. The next one comes from Commandant of the Purifying Force, who says, "Greeting, Hashira of Tyranny, Luckiny, and Overseer." Why does Overseer have 2 S's?
It's probably
Overseer.
German.
Overseer. Is that how it sounds? Overseer? Overseer? I don't even know how to do a German accent. I am letting down my heritage immensely, and they're probably okay with that.
Guten Tag.
I want to weigh hello from the Philippines. You are weighing very hard there. So my seemingly random question is, are you guys familiar with the fighting game Fate Unlimited Codes? With the success of Melty Bloods, it'd be awesome for the Fate fans to have a fighting game that is up to modern standards, with good online and cosplaying. That is all. Jeep up the good work. I mean, I've heard of fighting games, but I've never actually...
I've heard of Unlimited Codes. I think I've seen some gameplay. It seemed alright, but that was, way back in the +2 era. +2. When sometimes finding games was hard. So, yes. I mean, I wouldn't mind a re-release or remaster. I don't know when they would get around to that. I don't remember who the original developer was and what they're doing now, if they even exist, which they might not. Shit happens. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be averse to a Fate-focused fighting game.
Sorry, what was that? I just completely spaced.
I said I wouldn't be averse to a Fate-focused fighting game.
I mean, yeah, but honestly...
It also would not... I don't think it would, bring anybody new in droves, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, again, I'm very casual with fighting games. I have 2 that I play on the reg, and I don't play them with anybody else, because every time I look in the fighting game, and every time I look, I feel like I should really rename the fucking games channel Fighting Games, because that seems to be a majority. No, I take that back. People are either talking about fighting games, or whatever, they're talking about fighting games, fucking Super Robot Wars, or whatever, hotness of the week.
Some people also, and it's not just one person, several people also just have to deliver us play-by-plays on visual novels they're reading.
Yes, that was probably the other one I should have mentioned, was visual novels.
But there are occasional explosions of news, yes.
What I feel like I really should do is I should go to the Last Origin wiki and figure out the system they use, so that in the opening you could push a button and it'll give you access to a very specific channel that only you and other people in that role can see. Which sounds amazing, because that means you join the community you want to and you don't have to worry necessarily about overlap. Ah! Sorry, I shot someone's bomb in his head and it blew up.
No,
but I don't know.
Listen, people who are into fighting games are very into fighting games. They're very enthused.
They're very enthused.
You tell them about rollback, and they're just
I understand we need good rollback and good netcode, but I swear to God, if I hear anyone in real life try to talk to me about it, I'm going to slap them. And I was be like, be quiet. I don't care.
Silence.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things of I understand you want this thing, but yelling at me about it is going to do nothing, and it's going to just make me very, very irritated. Yes. Well, see, this is the thing I can at least appreciate our group. None of them seem to be necessarily trying to pull that professional level of stuff. They're just a bunch of dudes who just enjoy playing fighting games.
Yeah, they just really like fighting games, and they just want them to be better, and that's cool. But also, I don't make fighting games. Please, I don't need to know. I'm all right, guys.
We're so curmudgeonly.
We are.
Get off our fucking lawn.
Listen, we're both, kind of introverted. And just, sometimes other people's passion is fucking exhausting, okay? A fucking chocolate snake just fucking removed my buffs, which includes my NP gain per turn. I am not happy. Please die.
Oh. It got up this turn and chose death.
Say, please, put this snake into the other realm.
By the power of Inui. So.
Yeah, I need to clean the currency for my mastermations. Also, I want to buy that 6th CE. Technically the 4 CE buy, but it's my 6th or 7th CE total. But I want to clear it out there and some other shit from the store, because there's mats and things in there. Anyway, yeah, fucking snakes, bro. Anyway, I think it would be cool if they did remake or re-released Fate Unlimited Codes, but it's not gonna break anything.
It's like me and Melty Blood. I appreciate Melty Blood and I like it, and I will pick up a physical copy, because that's how Lucky rolls. Eventually. but I'm probably not going to play it with people, and I might play it with Omega, and then we're going to play like 5 rounds. He might kick my ass. No, he'd probably kick my ass like 4 out of 5 times, and I'll win one. I'll be like, I'm done! And I run away like a bitch.
Yeah, probably
that's
depends on the characters and stuff. Expect to see that stream whenever the Ultimax comes out. Probably do that. Oh my gosh, actually, we could do the story mode of Ultimax. It's very in depth, and also I love it.
Yeah, we could totally do that. So that's
just
that.
Be fair warned. It being a Persona related game, there will be many breaks for jamming.
Also, please don't judge me for my subpar fighting game skills. I will cry. That's a bear. I'm not gonna go that way. That seems like a very bad idea.
Well, especially considering, bears in Fallout is Yaoguais, then it's nothing to fuck with. Every game has its demonic spiders, right? Like, I remember, fire lizards and cazadors from New Vegas, but, Yaoguai in Fallout 3 were like, damn, dude. Not like a Deathclaw bad, but, like, it bad.
Oh, no, this game is great. Like, it likes to do just suddenly Deathclaw in the middle of fucking nowhere. I went to this fucking sinkhole because it's like, hey, there's some treasure down there. Now this I'm gonna go get it. I go down, the fucking Deathclaw pops out like a fucking daisy out of a goddamn pipe and completely wrecks my shit. I was like, come on, I'm wearing literally fucking scraps of leather and a fucking tutu.
Please, Mr. Deathclaw, don't do that.
Please don't.
My preferred engagement range of a Deathclaw is from maximum horizon distance through the scope on my 50 caliber BMG loaded with match grade exploding rounds.
Sounds terrifying on another different level.
Oh, it is, but that is my preferred standoff distance with Deathclaws, yes.
Sounds about right now that I think about it. So... Oh, I'm still dying. I'm just gonna go back to Sanctuary and just be like, fuck everything. I'm going to bed. So... That is that. Thank you very much. We shall move on to our final one, which comes from Agent 418, who says, hello, Lucky Omega. Have a great weekend. You too, my dude.
You too, buddy.
It is now time for sleep. Goodbye, world. You can solve the apocalypse on your own goddamn time.
Bye.
Just totally gonna just sleep for 24 hours. Fuck everything.
That's my favorite. How long do you want to sleep? Well, I'd love to sleep 24 hours, but it's either like 1 hour or a lot of hours.
All right, but that's it. Yep, that's it.
That is the end of Mailbag. We've managed to make this last about an hour and a half. I feel it's a good time for intermission, so let us pause all this recording. And we'll be right back. For you listening to the recording, it will be like nothing happened at all. We're unpausing. We're back from intermission. We hope you guys are happy. Sorry, I was just completely poleaxed by something on Twitter. Is that intentional, or... No, just Genshin Impact has the hashtag misspelled. It's weird. Why is that trending? Don't answer that question. I don't want to know. Alright, we're gonna move on. Going to Free Talk.
Yay!
New servant deets. Bazett when? Bazett now. Edition. So, let's dive into this one. I told you, this one's going to be a little complex, so follow me on this. Mananama Clear is here as a new alter ego. According to the wiki, their attack is tied with King Protea, so it's the best of alter egos and the third best of all servants. Ooh. Tied, obviously. But yes, big attack.
Big.
And if the wiki is right, her HP is the same as her attack, which is not as impressive. That's not a very large number for HP values as far as it goes. So, quick arts Buster, probably what you'd expect. Big hit counts, especially on that quick, 6 hits, pretty rare number. Very high NP gain, it's 0.8. So, really making the most out of that stuff. And now, to break all this down, we have to discuss her NP Fragarak. So, guys, follow me on this. When activated, the NP has an animation. It gives you 1 turn of a taunt. Actually, it might be multiple turns, but I think it's 1 turn. Gives you a taunt anyway. I'll go double check exactly how long it lasts. Gives you a 1 turn of attack up based on overcharge. It starts at 10% and can go up to like 30% or something. It's not super high value, but a little bit of extra damage. Yeah, taunt for 1 turn. And then it gives her the special state Fragarak counter. So how this works is when Bazett is targeted by an enemy attack or skill, barring special exceptions, Bazett responds by launching a 1-hit NP equivalent quick attack. So 1 hit does 100% of the damage, which when it hits will lower that target's quick resistance by 10% for 3 turns and also gives you 10 stars instantly. This counter effect works under NP seal and buff block, and it cannot be removed with buff removal, but it will not trigger if Bazett is immobilized, so if she has any stun effect, it will not go. And I believe if I understood all this trivia stuff correctly, it will not trigger if she is killed. but does proc if she has a guts to live through it.
Okay.
So no, she does not clap back Chen Gong. She still just explodes. Does the damage scale based on AoE? It's hard to tell. The formulas and like figuring this out mathematically are really weird. But yeah, so this frag rat counter effect is very hard to get out of. As it's stated on the wiki, if she has buff block on, the taunt and the attack up will not trigger. The frag rat counter still triggers. If she's NP sealed before it triggers, she will still fire it. It doesn't count. I'm pretty sure you can't select the card if she's under NP seal, but the counter effect will still fire. And it can't be removed by normal removal means. And as noted, this responds to any hostile skill or attack that targets her, so being hit with an AoE, skill, or attack also counts. So yeah, this is a pretty weird one, and it claps pretty hard. Now, somebody in Mailbag, I think, made a joke about her finishing off enemies in turns fewer than they have break bars. This will not actually occur, I'm pretty sure. If the enemy has 1 HP bar left, it will kill them. If it has a break bar left, it will not take them into gauge out. It will leave them with 1 HP left, allegedly. So it's not too cheaty in terms of your damage values, but it's still a very interesting and potent clap on the enemy turn, which can totally fuck all their stuff, especially if they like to throw a weird debuff. Yeah, and the buff lasts... How long does it last? Again, it's very... watching the wiki try and parse out how this is phrased. Yeah, for the frag art counter status stays for 1 turn, so it does not go away, I should point out. So she will get multiple punches on multiple enemies. So if you're all at 1 HP bars, if you just have bronze enemies attack her, she basically farms a wave. It's kind of funny. So it's got its own effects and limitations. Wow. I mean, you can get a lot of damage jumps on quick 2-turning Tiara. As you would expect from her giant attack pool, people are already showing Bazett clowning on guys. So, with that out of the way, though, let's talk about the rest of her kit. Her first skill, Sealing Enforcer, gives her a 20 to 30% quick, buster, and crit up for 3 turns, and also an additional 20 to 30% damage up versus casters. Where does this rank up for carry, guys? This is also, by the way, pretty nuts. As an alter ego, she already has, half class advantage against casters. And now you can pop a skill to get even more class advantage on casters. It's not as much of a damage amp as you would get with a Rider, but keep in mind, we've just discussed, Mana McAleer has the 3rd highest attack of all servants in the game currently. Taking that from 1.5x to 1.8x is big damage. So this is an alter ego who specializes in bullying casters. Second skill is Runes, son! And it gives her a 30 to 50% battery, it amps her star weight and crit damage by 50 to 100% for 1 turn. So once again, that's a lot of crit damage. You've already got a 30% for 3 turns and now a 100% for 1 turn and a weight buff. Also, 30 to 50% battery. Again, they've realized that with 1 arts card with 3 hits, Bazett will not necessarily be generating MP very rapidly, which kind of sucks because her whole kit is built around her weird-ass Noble Phantasm. I also believe some people have been pointing out it's been I think 6 months or a year since a servant who came out who didn't have access to a battery of some kind. It's almost like being self-sufficient is cool. Now that I'm going to say servants without batteries aren't cool, but it's definitely I think a trend of trying to make servants stand out rather than be reliant on your pre-existing support setups and CEs. And so our final skill is a 1-turn evade and 1-turn debuff immunity. It also generates 10 to 20 stars, and it is on a 5-turn cooldown minimum. So, barring shit like Pierce or Sure Hit, that means that Bazett is just immune to certain NPs. They will never hit her. Which is pretty interesting. I will say, going back to my comments from last week, I'm a little surprised she does not have an inherent guts. You do have a hard defense in the form of evade, but given that her, like I said, her counterattack procs multiple times on 1 turn, I assume that's part of it is to balance out the fact that they don't want to make her super self-sufficient, right?
Right.
She can already kind of solo, so making her actually solo is a little intense. So you may want to pair her with some servants who give her some guts, She will appreciate it because that lets her make sure to pull off those hits. But yeah, the classic 1 turn of evade every 5 turns is, pretty good. So, passives are what you'd expect from this kind of stuff. We've got Magic Resistance B, Riding A, Divinity B, because, Mana McAleer's Divinity still there, and a very special God's Holder passive relating to Bazett's sorcery trait. So, this gives you 5% crit up, period, and also does one of the weirdest and most, I think it's literally unique things FGO has done in a long time. This is straight up brand new content here. Bazett's offensive buffs don't end on your turn. They end at the end of the enemy turn, thanks to this passive.
Well, I guess that's for the effect of Frogra not, running out before she gets to punch somebody with it.
Yeah, so it means that if you're on your last turn of an offensive buff, it does not go away on her turn after using her NP, because her NP hasn't actually fired yet. So it's pretty interesting. That means that even without using her NP, there are probably some very interesting ways that might react with enemy servants and their behaviors, and then, it's just like, you dump all the offensive buffs and they stick around after she's actually charged up her NP. And that's still only one card, so she still gets, 2 regular attacks if you're making Brave Chains or other shit. Probably a very free overcharge if you're doing an NP chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing to be wary of is if you do actually, wipe out a wave of enemies before she goes, that will basically waste your Frog Rock turn, because when you go to wave 2 or wave 3, the enemy doesn't get a turn first, so shenanigans. So, it's a really weird and unique build, but due to proccing both on offensive attacks and skills, and it works on AoE, it's going to be very strong against certain enemies. Demon Pillar and Tree type enemies, for instance, probably pretty good, because they have a lot of AoE attacks. Yeah, Breakbar skills, not good at. It's very specifically not any of those kinds of special boss type skills she does not proc. Breakbars is one of them, presumably so that she doesn't get to do it in the middle of your turn, because she does not trigger breaking bars with Froggerok, and I believe there are probably other weird boss situations that don't trigger it. Still, probably pretty crazy for farming. Are you sure about that? It says the wiki note says she stops at 1 HP. I mean, it doesn't really super matter because you've got there's so talking about how crazy Bazett is. There are so many extra notes in her trivia page on the wiki. It's very funny because it's so complex. Normally, it's just this is stats like this. Yep. No, the note on our MP says if the enemy has break gauge, the counterattack cannot break it, and 1 HP remains. So I don't know why they would say that if that's not how it works. Obviously, I don't have time to watch videos right now. I'm trying to do this, But yeah, normal. I think that's the best way to put it. Somebody in chat says it's the 3 normal actions enemies get. So it follows the normal action economy rules. If there's a story-related debuff or breakbar-related skill or something that procs outside of the normal action economy, it will not pop off. But other than that, pretty good. I always like when FGO goes out of its way to do these weird things, right?
I think we're at a point in time in its life cycle where they have to do weird things. Otherwise, they're just going to be doing the same old thing, and no one wants that. Yeah.
I mean, I think they could do other games say Arknights does, where they could populate some of the mechanics across multiple rarities. But yeah, at this point, even though there's only a handful of alter egos, there are still a shitload of SSR alter egos. There's only 1 SR alter ego. Well, there's 2 with separate kits, but there's 1 rollable one, and then you've got your Mechalizes who are mechanically identical. So there's a decent amount of diversity among all the top levels, so there's only so much you can do before it gets too redundant. We already have a case of a lot of other servant classes have a lot of classes that are similar. That's something people always say about archers, for instance. We have a lot of Buster AoE archers who are very good, so a lot of them highly compete with themselves. Are you guys super jazzed to roll a Napoleon over, say, a Gil or an Ishtar? Stuff like that. So doing unique things, I think, makes servants more valuable and approachable. And technically, this isn't like they haven't experimented with counterattacks before. It's just that the counterattack servant was bad because it's Angra.
Fun fact.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bazett's, I forgot the extra skills is anti-Avenger.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of subtle Hollow Ataraxia vibes here. But yeah, by the way, I do want to say, though, it's funny, Angra's reflect damage ability does not trigger Bazett's Fragrat counter, because apparently it's just, static damage that is applied as a result of the thing. It's based on how much damage you deal. So, it's funny how sometimes these things can kind of, swerve past each other. Probably. I don't know if, they might just figure out some way to fix Jekyll and Hyde, by giving him a really huge damage buff, so he does NP level damage. But yeah, we've already actually, honestly, I think we already have a functional Jekyll and Hyde. It's called Semiramis and Kama, because they have skills that just switch their fucking class strengths, which is like switching your actual class. I guess the only thing is then giving you secondary buffs, which proc when you're in your switched mode, but that's probably the part of Jekyll and Hyde that sucks, right?
Right.
Is the fact that you only get, like, half-ass your skills. Yeah, no, that's probably the good way to do it, is just when you use your NP card to give you, like, 100% buff removal resist for, like, I don't know, 3 or 5 turns or something. That would not be broken on Jekyll and Hyde, guys. Nobody out here rustling any jimmies with that servant. But yeah, there's a lot of potential for these really weird stuff. It would also be funny if they gave him Artoria's Oops All Buster effect. That would probably work out for the best. There's a lot of things they could do to make Hyde better. Honestly, Jekyll and Hyde. The problem with Jekyll as a servant is that he doesn't, go out there. But the Hyde part is also still kind of weird. But yeah, no, I'm very curious. I mean, I'm not like a huge Bazett stan or anything, but I think she's got good art. In the pre-show when Lucky was making the thumbnail, I commented on how funny FGO is sometimes. You've got Bazett with normal suit, and then you've got Bazett's best Celtic bodysuit. Hey, you want to talk about, by the way, you want to talk about Schrodinger's underwear? How about definitely not Schrodinger's underwear? In that second ascension, you would see the lines, so I'm pretty sure they don't exist.
I love that she still has a tie, though.
Yeah. And then the third one is, like, if you're interested in seeing your punchy tomboy become a princess, there you go. Very flashy, very white, lots of leg. And then the final ascension, though, is, like, just Bazett, but removing jacket. Lots of extra effort. Oh, wow, all 3 of these sprites are wildly different, I just realized. Because, like, normal Bazett is, like, got the thing over the shoulder, got a different hand pose, because her default sprite is tugging on her gloves, and she's wearing, not quite flats, but very light heels. Whereas the second ascension is, different hand positions. She's got a ponytail, and then she's wearing, like, weird spiky heels, and then Princess version is, like, once again, completely different hand placement, different hairstyle. A lot of effort. Love when the artists get the chance to turn out this extra stuff. Not just the character artist, but also the sprite. The artist for Bazett is listed as Hayashi Kui. Would you like me to spell that for you? And by spell it, I mean type it in chat. Ooh, they drew one of them Medusa CEs I like. But yeah, so Bazett or Mana McClear is pretty cool. It seems to be one of those things where at different ascensions we have different people in driver's seat, but Bazett is literally descended from Mana McClear. That's why she has access to Froggerock, so it's kind of funny.
Oh, she drew the fucking Medusa and the rice field one.
Yeah.
Or they, I should say, excuse me.
No, Bazett has no fear about punching a child. Let's see, so looks like the normal bond lines are, yeah. So it's mostly Bazett in the driver's seat, but she can sense the power of the Manan. Oh, she's a nerd about Skahak. Yeah, I don't see all the dialogue. I'm sure she's got multiple, but yeah, for the early ones, obviously it's like Bazett is in the driver's seat, and then she slowly loses out to Manan coming more to the front, and then when you go to Final Ascension, this is one thing we talked about again, right? Bazett actually switches back to her first ascension for the Final Ascension dialogue. It's pretty good. Love all these little details. Really flex, Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool. All right, let us then move on to probably our final segment for the Eventide, Valentine's 2022 final thoughts-ish. Because obviously the main story's done, and I think I'm like 500 or 400k points for finishing the ladder. I got like 3 days left. I'll probably do it. So we got plenty of event stuff. I don't have quite as many notes as last time, but we got a few. I was right. It was actually references to Tale of Genji characters.
Yes.
Thank you, Murasaki, for spelling it out. But she does point out how the names of the characters are slightly different because they were male characters in the Tale of Genji, and now they are female characters.
Yeah, that was the thing that was throwing me off. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they were slightly altered.
But it was that, and it turns out the evil bag was actually Sei Shanagon, but it was the Murasashi's version of Sei Shanagon, because Murasaki might have been a bit biased.
Yeah.
Prejudiced.
I love this revelation, though, where, like, she goes down to, like, talk to Sei about how, like, it's your idea. You did it, and Sei's like, did I do it? No, I don't think so. And Murasaki's just like, okay, anyway, I'm sorry, I'm leaving now.
And forever shamed.
Also, Sei knew it was Murasaki the whole time, and just didn't say anything because, I don't know, she thought it was like a game or something. So that was pretty cool to get their back and forth. We meet more and more characters. Let's see, how many days were we in last time? I think we hadn't quite gotten to Abigail yet.
Oh, I think we didn't. Had we done that? I can't remember.
No, I think we stopped at
Okay, stop. Oh no, we did stop at Osakabe Hime.
Yeah,
I believe.
So Abigail was that night,
and then that was Raiko the next night, which was hilarious, as Raiko can only be.
Yeah. Don't worry, I will make all men my sons and give them mother chocolate. Will that really solve this problem?
I don't think so.
Abigail's was also kind of funny and cute in its own way, sensing Blackbeard's stranger danger, blasting him with a laser beam.
I appreciate Angel Blackbeard and Devil Blackbeard both being bad options.
Yes, quite Angel. No, very, very, very good use of Blackbeard through all of this. You know,
again, like I didn't know Blackbeard was gonna Higekuro was gonna have such a prevalent role in here. But again, I'm always glad to see more Blackbeard. I'm gonna be super excited for summer in 2 years. Actually, does anybody know if Blackbeard's in this summer?
Is he?
Because if he is,
he's got to make a cameo. I think he's been in every one at some point somewhere.
He has. Like, he died immediately in the first one. He was, Mr. J, Judge J in 2. 3, he was your best friend at the Commons. And Summer 4, he was on Osakabe Hime's team. And Summer 6, he seems to be more of a main character. So I'm like, come on, don't blink the Blackbeard streak. And
if I remember rightly, Summer 5 is like summer camp horror movie style, so Blackbeard would be a perfect fit there because he could get murdered.
I mean, if he just shows up to get murdered immediately, I mean that's fine. I just need him to show up.
I could see that as a one-off gag. We'll see. I don't remember him being very prominent, but you don't see the full cast of the story when they do it, right?
Right.
When they just do like bonus servants and stuff. So we'll see.
Again, I like as always. I super enjoy Blackbeard's vibes like at all times. Same with Seishonagon. Fucking cannot contain this woman at all. And I am slightly okay with that.
Yeah, very much so.
So, like I said, I've been seeing a lot of her lines. Her shop lines kill. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last time, but her shop time kills me at all points.
Yeah, it's very great. I'm glad I've got her so I can double check the dialogue later.
Oh yeah, no, I will have those forever, or at least as long as my fucking FGO account lasts.
And then, let's see, make sure I get everybody. Yeah, it was Murasaki was 6th, Suba was 7th, and then the 8th passage was Rokujo, which was Seishonagon, but catty. I do like that they bring up, right, like, got half the Holy Grail and then the other half brought real-ass Seishonagon there, and then they're both, like, just kind of contrasting. It's a very, I think, appropriately, well-handled moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get doused into darkness with Rakujo, and then Sei just shows up anyway, like, whatcha? Like, cat. They're back and forth. Sei shows off her reality marble, which is, pretty good, and counteracts the fact that you would lose some NP normally. Used Sei's NP so many fucking times in that fight. Many times did we go to Kyoto. I know that's her joke line, by the way, but that's the way I always remember it. Even though the dialogue's really cool, like I like her NP lines and describing it. What's the thing she says for like the activation phrase? The good feelings you had in the past will comfort you in tomorrow, or something like that. Very very interesting vibes about like ennui and stuff, right? And like nostalgia. We get a little bit of character, breakdown and stuff, like talking about how Sei kind of like felt her work was completed with the Pillow Book, and hoped that just kind of letting it go would bring her Empress peace, and then she, never did anything again.
Mm-hmm.
They talk a decent amount about all the weird political stuff going on. They do at least mention that Murasaki did not normally, like, operate in the court at the same time as Sei, but they did meet at least once, because Murasaki is still slightly nettled about it, in her own way. But it was pretty good. I think it did a good job of, like, adding on to some of Murasaki's character, and kind of, like, the complexities of her life. Because thinking about last year's Valentine's didn't really deep dive into some of that stuff, right? It was mostly just, man, she's so cool, even though she doesn't think she's like as cool as some of these other famous author servants, but she's still cool. Goth. This is more about like actual historical context and stuff.
No, I kind of feel like maybe they looked at the event last year and was like, I don't think we were.
We talked a lot about how Lady Murasaki was actually really important to our literature, y'all. But did we actually like talk about like why and history and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And so they, were able to bring in the Pillow Book as another great stand and kind of like connect those two together to make an interesting way. I do like the feeling of like talking about like how we did all the dream state and everything like that. That like is this world we got temporarily isekai'd to, will it go away or will it be there? You could just be like, no, I think it'll pre-exist. That's what I choose to believe. Everything's fine. And then you show back up home and MASH gives you chocolate.
Yep. And I like how they say, oh, you passed out for like a week, but everyone just assumed it was the regular Valentine's Day shenanigans, so everyone was fucking fine. I was like, yes, this has become so normal that we are fucking dead to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Master's passed out. Oh, he's probably, getting a grail in his sleep. Because, that's just how we roll around here. Just pass out and wake up with unlimited magical energy devices. Sweet. Fuck.
I got this one from two halves of a weird Zoomer Boomer child. And then, Nagiko shows up in your Chaldea. Sup? Okay. Murasaki is deeply embarrassed at all times by Seishonagon's entire presence.
I mean, I dig it.
Yeah, no, it's great. Because, you get the impression that, like, despite the way things kind of turned out and stuff that Murasaki said, she doesn't really, like, actually hate Seishonagon. She has deep respect for her as an artist and a writer. She's just, like, also like, oh my god, your personality is a complete 180 from mine. Please don't stand so close to me. You're so shiny. I just want to be dark and brooding and serious, okay?
I mean, it's literally the difference between an extrovert and an introvert.
Yeah.
You know the saying, how do you get, when does an introvert go outside? When an extrovert adopts them,
It is also, I think, the very classic, like, especially once you take into account, like, their summer costumes, right? Where, like, Murasaki, for instance, goes deep on, like, those, goth chuny vibes, like, with all the bandages, whereas, Sei is much more, like, super vibrant, punk, literally, skater girl. R's. Skater girl. With numbers and R's. No vowels. Like, you can strongly see that they are the contrasting personality types, but also, Sei just doesn't give a shit. She'll hang out. She's cool. So, I think it was a good event. It was a good background for all the characters. We got character growth. We got unexpected yokes from all corners.
Oh, yeah. No, this event was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Also, it wasn't like that one time where we had to slave away in the chocolate fields. Welcome to the chocolate fields, motherfucker. But I do think, like I said, this one had a little bit more teeth than last year's, which was...
Oh, yeah.
Not quite a fluff piece, but was definitely, like, a little looser in its terms of, like, how stuff works out. And we'll have to see how, is it Karen next year? Yeah, because, that's how years work. It'll be Karen next year, and then Bazett will be the following year for us, because we're 2 years behind. Bats. So we'll have to see how that one works out. Apparently, as seen on the stream, Karen with a bag on her head is a sprite.
I can only imagine why.
We're probably trying to lay low, maybe so Bazett doesn't punch her face in.
I'm pretty sure Karen has probably done something that makes Bazett want to punch her, so she's hiding.
I mean, it's Karen who is related to your boy, Kotoline, and then also it's Bazett, who, literally in the description for Sea God's Rune, to go back to that, right? Like, it talks about how, like, as a high-level god of the sea, Mananan should have, like, so many cool different powers, but because it's Bazett, his authority is diminished and she's bad at magic, its authority is diminished so that she can only do simple things, like making her punch better. So, yes, no, literally, it's just, like, Bazett is just I-cast fist. No fancy pants magecraft, just punching. So
I mean, it's enough. She was already kind of a badass with fucking just that.
Yeah. I will say I had a lot of fun with the final boss fight because they did like the story buffs and stuff, and just
I love story buffs.
Having so many emotional engine full drives over and over again. Naturally, I doubled up with my own Seishonagon and the one they gave me because they used her final ascension for Rukujo, which made sense, being the formal one, and then for her reality marble, she kicks it up to her second ascension, and her angry, hateful half is like even more like upset by her new appearance. It's very funny. So yeah, it was a good Valentine's event overall. We should probably spec some time. We should probably take some time. I will slow down and enunciate to discuss some more Valentine's scenes. Lucky, I believe you said earlier you are through all your ladies.
Yes.
I am not. I talked earlier about how I tried to shotgun chocolates and it did not work very well. It's a little slow. I did get a couple of my favorites in and some other stuff we want to discuss. Now we have both seen Kamas, so that was interesting. Shout out to Noriko Shitaya for, changing voice on a dime. I also did Space Ishtars, which is a thing. Just faux eyes with the shing sound effect.
I need to figure out how to make that into a GIF one day. I'll probably turn it into one of our stickers.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I love the way it starts though. You get 3 invites to show up in the 3 different simulator rooms, and you're just and Foe is basically like, you will certainly die, and you can either go, well, here I go to die, or maybe I'll stay home today. I didn't do stay home. I'm pretty sure that's the bad end. You just die. You die no matter what though, because if you go to Simulator 1, you go to see
good technically.
Yeah, you go to see Ashtarte, and she like takes you on like a historical tour and gives you chocolates, and then Bounty Hunter, Space Ishtar Raid is waiting for you and blows you into space. And then Foe resets time, bails your ass out, and you're just like, Foe, you help me out? And Foe's like, you could do it. All right, thank you for believing me, Foe. Then you go to Space Ishtar. You go on like a Las Vegas date, and you come back, and then Stark blows you the fuck up, and then Foe sends you back in time again, and is like, okay, I've got other shit to do, so you better make this one count. And then you go see, full blown, Ishtar's origin. You have a thorough amusement park date, and then you end the dream with the chocolates all combined together to form the diorama. Very neat.
Again,
I've also done like Summer Musashi's. That one was very fun.
Oh yes,
sound effects.
I'm glad that she literally bust into your room like she was challenging a dojo.
Yes.
Like, I didn't know that for her, Liz, but yeah, literally like yelling like, what was it, like Tanamo? That's like what people would usually yell when they're like wanted to challenge a dojo for its board or stuff. So I was all like,
yeah, it's like declaring you're present, you're here for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very solid, very fun. I noticed that several of these newer Valentine scenes let you actually like kind of pick what's in Ascensions you interact with.
Mm-hmm.
Like Musashi asks if you want her to change back to her normal swimsuit, and I was like, no, you're good for now. Where'd your tan go? Oh, your tan is in the sky. Oh.
Like, alrighty then.
Angry Sky Musashi. Also, I love Musashi's probable bisexual disaster energy, where she wants to take you to Hooters. Just like, yeah, of course you want to go to the titty restaurant in America.
It's not that great, trust me.
What comedian has the joke? Is that a Chris Rock joke? Nobody goes to Hooters for wings. It's a very famous clip. It's out there somewhere on the internet. Somebody said it. But yeah, I'm eager to power through more. I'm probably going to clean them up tonight while I'm waiting for this to like export and stuff to work on those. But overall, they're pretty interesting. That said, I cannot wait for that, like the quality of life I talk about, where you could do multiples at once and it powers through the old ones. Just because, like, they're cool and all, but like we said before, old Valentines are fucking short, and it's still kind of clunky to like chew through them very rapidly. I also forgot, I got Pison's chocolate again. I forgot how her Valentine's is literally just like a fucking 5-minute diatribe about vampires, and then she's like, anyway, shut up and take the chocolate. Thanks. And she's like, I can't believe you're still not scared of me, and I'm like, you're way less scary than vampires, the normal vampires, Pison. First of all, you're way too floofy, and I can see way too much of your skin for me to be scared of you. You're not like Carmilla, who is like wearing a skirt made of like a wrought iron fence wrapped around her legs or something. Also, Vlad's not intimidating. Vlad's great. Now, if you want to talk about extra Vlad, yeah, but he's not that vampiric. He's just kooky old Vlad. Stabby Vlad. So got lots of fun ones to work out. Oh, I remember you explicitly called her out. I did see Lakshmi Bice as well.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I think they maybe like oversell the joke a little. Like it goes on a little long of her delivering this like lengthy report of how she assembled the chocolates, but it's still good. I like how her voice actress delivers the lines of like making her, sound like a subordinate, really upbeat. Hello, sir. I'm here to deliver my report. I made the chocolates with a lot of help. We put EX ranks luck servants around me. Very good work.
Shout out to Santa Nightingale for giving Nightingale that manic energy. It's very nice.
Yeah, I'll check that one out later. Obviously, I have like 180. I'm very nearly done with the points letter. I have like 180 surprises left. So like, I think I've got all the chocolates I need. I just need to fucking sit down and just turbo snack chocolate, as it were. If anything, this does make me. I don't know if they will, But Lucky, you know what I would love for them to do? You know how MASH has like 3 Valentine's chocolates? I would love for us to like remaster year 1 or 2 servants with the fact that the lines are voiced in mind, you know, and like expand the scenes a little.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they just completely redid the chocolates, or even if they went crazy and just started doing new chocos.
Yeah, like I like the thought behind a lot of the chocolates, but oh my god, so many of the scenes are so much just like I got like regular Martha's is just hello, this is the beach, have some chocolate, you know, like or even like Ishtar's chocolate scene, if I'm remembering it correctly, is like very straightforward. She just shows up and is just like, hey, it's me, I'm cool, here's chocolates. Whereas like Aresh's, for instance, is that whole elaborate plot she does of like timing it out perfectly, right?
Like we talked about this like on length. Like as the years go by, the Valentine scenes get more and more complex. Like
to the point where people are telling us that Morgan's scene is like 13 minutes long, like a tiny baby interlude's worth of dialogue. And I also just talked about how Yume Ren's is 5 minutes of her just expositioning, right? So
and hecking
Space Stars is pretty long because it's a three loop, right?
Yeah. Like Consort Yang, Charlotte's pretty long. Shoot, I think Osakabe Hime Summer actually has a new background in it that's not been used anywhere else.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one yet myself. It's on my list, so I'll have to see that when it hits. Yeah, I talked before about how Summer Carmilla's has like 3 separate mini scenes inside of it, right?
Oh yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, no, this is good.
Yeah, like they get more and more elaborate every year, so I would not mind, especially if they've got a decent amount of money juice from Papa Sony or something, if we like overhauled old Valentines too. They don't, you don't have to design new CEs if you really like the CE designs and you don't want to get new artists to do all like first 100 or so or more servants, however many it would be for like the first couple of years worth. Mostly servants pre the voiced year, right? But like just overhauling the scenes to maybe, increase the length a little bit would not go remiss. Like I remember I got like regular Carmilla's and it's so short. It's like a minute. It's just like, hello, here's chocolate. No, I don't know why it's weird. I'm gone. Carmilla bomb. So yeah, Valentines are good. I would hope maybe we refresh some of the older ones. But yeah, that's Valentine's 2022 for us anyway. Mostly in the can. Probably going to complete that points ladder. Get all those sweet summon tickets. I'll need them for whatever comes next. What should we be getting next? Let's do a little dancing around. We've got some time to kill. We're only at about 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes. The whole show is 2 minutes.
We compressed it.
The planet will explode in 5 minutes. No, not that bad. But it's been about 2 hours and now more like 16 or 17 minutes. So we've got some wiggle room. Let's check what events in JP would be firing up. Because we got campaign. Load up my backlogs of stuff. Tables and lists. Oh my. Alright. 2022 February. So should be 19 million downloads next then, the Aresh banner, and the Merry Christmas from the Underworld rerun. And then yeah, the next thing in the calendar is Ayin Spring Breeze, so we might even get that. Let's see. So 14th, when we end. Assuming we don't get anything weird, expect like, I think it's a week? I mean, the 19 million downloads campaign is very long, but I think the actual, like, the free space is like a week for Merry Christmas, right? So yeah, that'll probably eat up our next week or so to like the 21st. They might start, the White Day event in the first, whatchamacallit, in the last week, I should say, of February. When do we do, in EN, when do we do Spider's Web? Did they wait until March, guys? I'll check in the backlog, but also that yeah, it's a download campaign with the rest should be the next event. Yeah, wow, that was like a whole last week into March. So they probably won't scoot up Chaldea Boys Collection that soon. Did we miss anything? Who knows? Maybe we'll actually get that friggin' movie they keep telling us is coming soon.
Sounds like the time to do it.
That'd be a good way to kill a week, is to do, full-blown release, get more stuff, talk about things. But yeah, a Russia and the download campaign, and they could extend that a little bit. There is a hunting quest that is technically after Ian Breeze, but they could add that to pad out an extra week, Because they've said, obviously, that we will be getting Well, also technically, if they're gonna push up Olympus to be released in March, which is what they said, which is still within like the 2-week push-up window, we do have to have our APOC collab rerun.
Oh, that's what it was. I was trying to think. I was like, what are we missing?
So in JP, the March was CBC in the front half, and then Apocrypha like right at the end.
Okay.
So yeah, we might move those around to like space the events out more, but those both have got to come fairly soon if we're going to be hitting up Olympus by probably like the last weekish of March. How's March structured? Starts on a Tuesday, not super great. 7th or 28th. Yeah, I'd probably say probably starting Olympus somewhere around like the 21st-ish maybe. Like last couple of weeks in March probably. We do have a lot of faff they can cut out, but they still do need to make a little bit of time because there's a few weeks of everything left. The Valentine's was very fast.
Yes, it was.
They wanted to time it out so that it actually ends, right there on that Valentine's Day. I'm excited for the APOC collab rerun, not just because of raids and stuff, but also because of, sweet, sweet Mordred rank ups. Also her costume.
Yes!
But them upgrades so that their instinct is going to be good. There's also, Vlad Namakusa rank ups if you've got those guys.
Oh god, that's right. Vlad.
Yeah.
I will use him to destroy everything.
Dreadful, he gets a rank up. Dreadful, battle continuation goes to Dreadful Immortal A+, gives him, is that the double guts? Yes, it gives him the double guts. 1 turn of guts and then 5 turns of guts. And also NP gain up, but, double guts, guys.
Actually, I think the double guts is good, but, like, as a single target arts with a lot of hits, I would like him to actually...
Oh, yeah, 20 to 30% NP gain up is also not bad, yeah.
Actually, I think that's, like, on par with, like, I believe Nero and Paracelsus, if I remember correctly. I'll have to double-check that later.
Yeah. It's on self, though, so it's pretty good.
Unfortunately, that is the one skill that is not level 10, because I am out of bones!
Well, I do... doesn't one of the APOC raids give you the bones?
Well, right now I've been well, the good thing is the last node in,
Yeah, the poison node gives you the bones.
Yeah, it's bones, so I'm slowly building up, but they're gonna vanish. They're gonna vanish very quickly. Oh, Nero is 4... Is it? It doesn't feel like that way.
Paracelsus is fucking crazy.
Because even if it's level 10, I still can't get him to do art loops, so,
But he does get the funny double guts.
Yes.
But yeah, so we do have hunting quests in there as well. Let me double check which questies they are. Maybe one of them is bones. Damn bones, damn red bones. Yep. Actually, yes. Literally, number 1, skeleton. Hunting quest 7. Number 1 is skeletons. We've got golems, Amazons, Imperial Guards, and ghouls. So for bells and steaks. Bicorn / Princhnik hunts for ice, permafrost. And then it ends with Sphinxes and Dark Warriors for Scarabs and Magatamas. I'm decent on most of those, but I will not say no to free bones and free feathers. Do need those steaks, though. My Magatama numbers are also probably not crazy. I believe Sei needs a lot of those. Thankfully, I'm once again, because I spent them all on all my other archers. I'm low on my archer skill gem, so I don't need to worry about the other ludicrous mat requirements Sei has for her skills just yet. I will in the future, though. But yeah, there you go. There's a little preview of where things are at over the upcoming months. Certainly, I would say FGO NA likes to move those kinds of hunting quest stuff around, so we might get that one in there, a break there as well, just because they like to move those out of the way. I think the only other thing I want to do, because it is the 11th, is double check in on that Patreon poll. Where are we at? Pretty stable. Only 10 votes, 6 days left. Not quite a week. You got some time to figure it out, but Maria Okita-Britska still in the lead with 40%. Lananshi still creeping up behind her, but we got a couple of votes thrown out there for everybody. I mean, it's actually, I've realized it's 10 votes total, so it's literally 4, 3, 2, 1. Not in that order, but you know what I mean. It's because of the percentages. But yeah, I don't believe 10 votes total is the maximum number of votes who can vote on this poll, since it's all 5 and up patrons. So if you haven't voted yet, consider it. It's very tight. You can make a difference if you want to switch things around, or you could just super amp the leader who's already leading.
Democracy, live your best life.
Yeah. Technically, this is a Patreon perk, so if you got access to it, consider voting. It's the power of your wallet. But with that in mind, I think that's basically everything. JP will have another stream in a little bit. Let me see if News Desk has it. It's figurine season, so there's a fuck ton of those.
This reminds me, I need to figure out how I'm gonna do the comma pre-order. Because the comic Figma that been wanting is on pre-order now. It's like $300 though, so I'm just like...
Yep. Oh, actually, this is a good side news that came out from the stream. They announced Type Moon Ace Volume 14 will release on April. It'll contain not only FGO news, but also news about probably the Mahoyo movie, Tsukihime Melty Blood, and some new news about Extra Record, which is good, because we haven't heard a lot out of that, so that's still, like, a couple of months away, but, they've at least outlined where they're coming at it with their production schedule and their news. So let's see. Double checking news desk. I cannot see outright the news about the next stream, but there will be another satellite venue stream in the not too distant future, presumably to build up before White Day.
Sure.
So we'll see what they do there. They do, they're doing more full-assed events. They've got servants and stuff. All in all, been an interesting year. But as I creak all my bones out, I have now run out of things to talk about. Let's take FGO anyway.
Yeah, we'll have plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Many things. So, that means it's time to wind down and wrap up so I can go get more chocolate. If you like this video, hit the like button on YouTube. Feed that algorithm. Make other people like this. Share the likes, everybody. If you also want to leave a comment, you can leave them in the comment section down below. That's perfectly fine. Check it out. You can also join our Discord. That link is always in the video description on our channel page. If you want to yell about rollback netcode, or anything, really. We've got a lot of super diverse areas. Our Trad Games channel is bumping with everybody playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Very popular these days. We have, channels for books, which for the past week has just been lucky, like, doing our one Awaken emote, yelling about Harrow the Ninth.
I finished it.
Yeah.
Expect that tomorrow.
Yeah. And many other nonsensory. You too can be a gremlin and just crash everybody's RAM with too many posts in our dump. Whatever you like. It's fun here. Join our Discord. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel so you can get more of this content, this podcast, every week, as well as many other videos and things. I'll talk a little bit about Book of Boba Fett. I don't think Lucky's been watching, so.
No, I'm horrible with actual TV.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, freak anybody out or anything, but I'll give my thoughts now that it's complete. I have thoughts and feelings. Hey, make sure to sub to us so you can check out What's Up, our podcast about whatever when that comes on, which when this episode of Let's Talk FGO goes live on YouTube should be shortly later that day. So you can keep track of all of our various posts, bobs, bits and things, strams, etc. And, of course, even if you're already subscribed, make sure to hit that bell for notifications so you always know when we post a new video, or when we stream. When surprise streams happen, when not surprise streams happen, when we forgot to upload APs, so we have to throw out, like, 2 in 1 week. Ring bell. Get notification. You can also join our channel membership to get access to membership badges and emotes. Click the join button or the link below. And, like I said at the front of the show, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early in audio format for as little as $1 a month, or roughly $10 a year. You can get access to the topic polls and videos early for higher tiers, listen to the show live, get on-air shoutouts, all kinds of fun stuff, and it really does help us out and support us. So, please consider it. And that's, I think, everything I got for this week. Lucky, anything you want to say left to the people?
No, I'm good.
The things? Okay. All right, everybody. Well, early Happy Valentine's, because Let's Talk FGO won't be back before Valentine's Day is passed. Have fun, whether, it's Valentine's Day or Singles Awareness Day or Chocolate Appreciation Day, whatever you want to call it. The day, the eve of discount chocolate, discount candy.
I'm gonna go raid and see if I can get me some fucking Reese's Pieces Hearts on discount.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna think about maybe getting myself a little something when it's cheap, as you do. Gotta clear that storage space, clear that inventory, buddy. Gotta make way for Easter candy, chocolate eggs, and peeps.
Then I'm gonna go raid the fucking Starburst jelly beans.
Yeah, no, that's when Easter passes, then you're like, ooh, cheap peeps, cheap jelly beans. Why?
Ooh,
I don't know. Why is it that I do think of jelly beans as like an Easter thing? Why is it? Is it because they fit easily in the eggs?
It is. It's because they fit easily in the eggs.
Sometimes it is just that easy, chat. All right. Man, I've been doing too many of my Master Duel streams. I just keep calling them chat, even though we're not fully live. We're only a little bit live. There's a little bit of a chat, though. Okay,
I got another bear mouse. Yes. Excellent.
I do not like those googly eyes in that context. I would eat those peeps head first. Anyway, yeah, enjoy your candy, enjoy your time with loved ones, or enjoy your time by yourself if you're like that. We hope you've enjoyed your FGO Valentines as well. We'll be back to probably I'll probably have a couple more scenes. Lucky hasn't done his mail site either, so we might have some other stuff to talk about with Valentines. See what other stuff is going on, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, time to say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.